Listen closely, not to the sound of my voice, but to the silence behind it. The internet used to feel like a crowded city square, messy, human, and unpredictable. But lately, have you noticed a shift? You scroll through a comment section and see a joke you've heard 1,000 times. You see a viral photo of a sunset that looks a little too perfect. You get into an argument with a stranger who repeats the same 3 talking points like a broken record. We like to think we are still talking to each other, but the math says otherwise. Welcome to the era of the dead internet. In the early 2010s, a theory started circulating in the darker corners of the web. It suggested that at some point, the real people left and the bots took over. At the time, it sounded like a paranoid creepypasta. Today, it's becoming a statistical reality. Experts estimate that over 50% of all internet traffic is now non-human. But it's not just about bots clicking on ads, it's about the death of the individual in the digital hive mind. Think about the content you consume. We have entered a feedback loop where AI models are training on AI-generated data. It's a digital inbreeding that is stripping the world of its texture. Why does every influencer have the same face? Why does every viral video follow the same 3-second hook structure? Because the architecture of control has found the optimal human, and it is reproducing that image billions of times until the original is forgotten. This is the synthetic mirage. The danger isn't that the bots are getting smarter. The danger is that we are getting simpler to accommodate them. We have started to speak in hashtags. We have started to feel in emojis. We are trimming the edges of our personalities to fit into the algorithmic boxes designed to keep us scrolling. We aren't just using the simulation, we are becoming the simulation. But why? Why build a world that is dead? Because a dead world is a predictable world. A human is a wild card. A human can change their mind, feel a sudden burst of irrational joy, or choose to walk away. But a data point? A data point is loyal. If they can replace your community with an echo chamber of algorithms, they don't have to convince you of anything. They just have to wait for the consensus to be manufactured. We are witnessing the colonization of our reality. We used to look at the screen to see the world. Now the screen is showing us a mirror of our own filtered expectations. It's a permanent performance where the audience and the actors are all lines of code. So how do we find our way back to the real? The exit isn't a log out button, it's a log in to the physical. To break the simulation, you have to reclaim the parts of yourself that can't be digitized. The messy parts, the inefficient parts, the parts that don't look good in a 9:16 aspect ratio. Start by introducing noise into the system. Read a physical book with coffee stains on the pages. Talk to a neighbor without recording it. Allow yourself to be misunderstood by the algorithm. Because the only way to prove you are alive in a dead world is to do something that makes no sense to a machine. Reclaim your ghost before the machine decides you don't need it anymore. We've talked about the empty rooms of the internet, but we haven't talked about the person sitting in them. You. Have you noticed how you've started to edit your life even when no one is watching? You see a beautiful sunset, and for a split second, you don't feel the warmth. You feel the framing. You wonder how it would look through a lens. You've become the brand manager of a person that doesn't actually exist. This is the digital Panopticon. In the 18th century, they designed prisons where the guards were invisible, so the prisoners had to act as if they were being watched at all times. They became their own guards. Today, we've built this prison out of glass and silicon, but there's a twist. We weren't forced into it. We fought for the front row seats. We have externalized our self-worth to a numerical tally of hearts and views. And in doing so, we have murdered the authentic self. When you know you are being watched, you are no longer living, you are performing. You filter your words, you curate your aesthetic, and you edit your personality to fit the algorithm's demands. You are no longer a human being, you are a user profile. But why does this matter for the architecture of control? Because a person who is constantly performing is a person who is constantly insecure. And an insecure person is the easiest person in the world to manipulate. If you are satisfied, you are a dead end for the economy. You don't need the new car, the better skin cream, or the life-hacking app. Control requires you to feel like a project that is never finished. They use therapy speak to weaponize your self-improvement. They've rebranded natural human sadness into depressive symptoms and nervous energy into generalized anxiety. By giving a label to every flicker of your soul, they have commodified your healing. They sell you a subscription to an app to help you breathe. They sell you a pill to help you focus on a job you hate. They have engineered a world that makes you sick, and then they charge you for the cure. This is the most subtle form of control, the manipulation of language. In the old world, they burned books to limit thought. Today, they just narrow the meaning of words through optimization. We speak in hashtags. We communicate in emojis. We let predictive text finish our sentences. Our language is becoming as thin as the screens we read it on. And when our language becomes shallow, our thoughts follow. We lose the ability to hold complex, contradictory ideas. Everything becomes binary, left or right, pro or anti, yes or no. The algorithm hates nuance because nuance is hard to monetize. Nuance takes time, and time is the one thing the architecture of control cannot allow you to have. They need your reaction to be instant. They need your outrage to be immediate. Because as long as you are reacting, you are not reflecting. And if you are not reflecting, you are not in control. We are arriving at the end of the individual. For decades, the architecture was external, malls and casinos. Then it moved into our psychology, labels and performance. But now, the architecture is moving beneath the skin. We are entering the era of biological integration. We used to worry about Big Brother watching us from a screen. Now, the screen is moving toward the neural pathways. You are being told that you need to upgrade your biology to stay relevant in an age of artificial intelligence. They are selling you the dream of telepathy and instant knowledge. But every bridge is a two-way street. If you can use your brain to control a computer, the computer can use its algorithms to influence your brain. The ultimate goal of control is not to stop you from doing what you want. It is to make you want what they need. Imagine a world where your brain detects a dip in your serotonin levels and automatically triggers a micro-purchase of a mood-lifting digital experience. You won't even know you were sad. You'll just know you felt an urge to click. This is the total colonization of the human impulse. But this biological takeover is only possible because we have already accepted a deeper lie, the simulation of reality. Have you noticed how everything online is starting to feel the same? We are witnessing the dead internet becoming a physical reality. AI models are now training on AI-generated content, creating a feedback loop of sterile, optimized perfection. When the world around you is a simulation, your rebellion is also simulated. Your dissent is just another data point used to refine the next version of the cage. We are becoming ghosts in a machine that we no longer understand. So where is the exit? The answer is as simple as it is terrifying. The only way to regain control is to become unprofitable. The system relies on your predictability. It thrives on your patterns. To break the architecture, you must introduce noise into the signal. You must reclaim your attention as if it were your last drop of water in a desert. This doesn't mean moving to the woods, though that's a start. It means practicing the radical act of being bored. It means sitting in a room for 30 minutes with no screen and no performance. It means reclaiming the nuance of language, reading books written before the algorithm was born. It means looking at a sunset and deliberately choosing not to take a photo. You must protect your internal privacy. You must have thoughts that you never share, feelings that you never label, and moments that are never content. The architecture of control is built on transparency. It needs to see you to manage you. By keeping parts of yourself in the dark, you remain a mystery to the machine. We are at a crossroads. We can either merge with the architecture and become highly efficient biological components of a global hive mind, or we can choose the messy, inefficient, and beautiful struggle of being human. Control is a ghost. The strings are only there if you continue to dance. So stop dancing. Look away from the screen. Feel the weight of the air in your lungs. You are not a data point. You are not a user. You are the observer. And the moment you truly observe the architecture, it loses its power over you. Choose the silence. Reclaim the void. because in the end, the only thing they can't control is a mind that has found itself in the stillness.